Your boy.
What's going on, everybody? We got another episode of the Youngbouls podcast.
Woo, woo,
Welcome
woo, woo,
back
woo.
to everybody. I'm joined with the hostess with the most, the host with the most.
You feel me? You feel me? Yeah, it's your boy Dinari here. Thank you guys for, coming to listen to us for another week on this podcast, man. We want to say, before we go any further, just thank y'all for the support y'all showed last week, last
Dude, y'all
episode.
showed out. I
It
wish there was a
was,
like button, bro.
yeah, that was amazing. I
It
did
was
not expect.
crazy.
I expected to do good, but I
I knew it would be the best, but we
yo,
we went crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. We thought it was gonna be a good episode, but
Oh, dude, it was so fun.
so
It
much
was
better
so
than we even
good.
imagined. But
Yeah.
thank you guys for so much support. Jamal, you got anything you want to say, man?
Dude, I love this podcast. It is so fun. I love, bro. I love having guests on, bro. And we got a banger this week. We
We
got some
do.
guests later. We got, I don't know. I don't call them guests. I call them friends. We got friends. These are friends. These aren't guests. These are friends.
That's right. That's
So
right.
we got some friends coming on. It's gonna be so fun.
We got another good episode for you this week. That's all you
Yeah,
got to
this
know.
it's a banger. It's a banger.
But
All types of stuff.
but before we go any further with the episode,
Tradition time.
it's tradition at this point. One of our young ones. So basically, episode 2 we did like our weekly rotation. So I said why not? Let's bring it back for this episode. So Jamal, you go first because
Yeah.
best goes last. But you go first. So
So
what's your
yeah.
rotation for
So
this week?
top 5 songs of the week. Um, that nostalgia episode, it hit different, bro. I've been really listening to nostalgia all week. Um, I've been listening to old pop songs, man. So number 5, we got um, "Stay with Me" by Sam Smith.
All right,
4, we got "Beautiful Girls" by Bruno Mars.
all right.
3, now 3 is a curveball. It's nostalgic, but it's not so. It's "Sanguine Paradise" by Lil Uzi.
Okay, okay.
I really like that song. I think that song is one of his best. I love singing along to it. So got that one. And 2, we're gonna have hmm, it's a lot of songs that I could pick from, but I think I'm gonna have to go. Okay, "Maps" by Maroon 5. I love that song.
The song
"Maps"
is
by Maroon
nice. The
5.
song is nice.
Yeah.
I can't even lie.
And the song I've been bumping the most this week. Hmm. I'm trying to think. I think the song I've been bumping the most is probably "When I Was Your Man." Isn't that crazy?
That's bro. It's a valid list. I mean, you said it, nostalgia. So, when
Definitely
I
nostalgia this week. Next week I'll come harder. Don't worry. Next week will be good. Next week will be better. But this week I'm
it's
just
not
in
even,
in
bro.
my
Your
feels
list
type
this
stuff.
week it's not even bad. It was better than the one that you had the second week, but I ain't here to
Okay,
judge.
buddy.
But all right. So for me, number 5, I got "Been Away" by Brent Fires. I got "Been Away" by Brent Fires. Number 5. Number 4, I got. You remember that Sam Smith song, "Disclosure" or "Disclosure Latch"? Remember that?
Maybe if you sung it.
Bro, I can't sing, man. I can't sing. I'm not trying to sing, but I got that Sam Smith song on there. For 4, 3, I got "Casper" by Takeoff.
Oh man, rip Takeoff.
Two, I got "Living Wild" by Gunna, and 1, I got "The Jackie" by J Cole.
For sure, you have to put J. Cole in there.
I mean, I
Okay,
have to, man. Cold
let's
world.
talk about it a little bit. I like we both had Sam Smith on there. I
That's what
like
I'm
that.
saying. Except, bro, when Sam Smith first came out, everybody was on that Sam Smith wave. Even if you didn't listen to Sam
Yeah.
Smith after
He was
that,
on everyone's
he
radio.
was on
Sam Smith had
everyone's radio,
2014
bro.
by storm. He had Nirvana, La La La, Stay With Me, and he had another one that was really good.
The Disclosure one, that's the one I'm talking about.
I Sure, we'll say Disclosure.
If
I'll
you
put Disclosure on there.
if I played it, bro, like if you listen to it, you be like, oh yeah, I remember this one.
Yeah, it'll be one of those things. But yeah, man. Sam Smith, dude, I listened back when I was a kid. I listened to a lot of radio music because I didn't really have a phone or like Spotify.
No, I
So
did
whatever was
too,
on the radio,
bro.
yeah.
I was
So
listening, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't really tell as many people this, but why not tell in front of like a large audience on like a podcast show? But when I was little, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I listen to EDM music. Like,
Okay,
bro, that
you
was
could have
my
kept that to yourself.
yeah. Hey, listen, bro.
I'm not even gonna react to that because he's gonna get cooked by his friends, so I don't really have to say anything.
Hey, bro. Nah, when I nah, when I was little, I listened to EDM music, and I'm not gonna lie, I listened to some Justin Bieber too. I'm not gonna lie,
Okay, I love Justin Bieber, but EDM is what robots listen to when they're charging.
bro. I'm
So
not even from this earth, so it's only
yeah.
fitting that I listen to that type of music, man. Like I have a charging station in my room for
His
myself,
Instagram is dnoland4, so if you want to roast him, please slide in his DMs and just tell him how you feel about EDM music because
bro.
that
EDM, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It's the wave, man. It's
it's
the wave.
literally noise. EDM is literally noise. He's
But
just listening to noise.
you could do so much with that though. Like,
Yeah, you can
bro,
charge, reboot your
that's what I'm
system,
saying.
you
Like,
robot.
check your mainframes, whatever, with that. Like, come on.
Yeah, update your software.
Like, come on.
This dude is a bro. He's such an NPC, bro. Oh my
Oh my
god. And
gosh,
of course he had to have J. Cole. This dude's
bro.
gonna have J. Cole every week. J. Cole, you might as well reserve a
J,
spot.
bro. J. Cole is literally the like the one of the best rappers like of all time, bro. Of our generation, I'll
Oh,
say.
we should do a rappers list next week. That would be fun.
I'm down to do that, but
Yeah, no,
yeah, I'm
definitely.
definitely saying he is one of the best of all time in this generation, especially better than that young boy dude. Don't even get me started on him.
Okay, all right. So you didn't even have to throw Young Boy out there. You
No, I
just said
just that
that. You just hated,
I can't stand that dude, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
bro. Young Boy was not even in any of the list.
I'm
You just said
sorry.
his
I'm
name, bro.
sorry.
Just
I'm
bro is just
sorry.
hating right
All
now.
right, moving on. Moving on. All right, so me and Jamal, we thought about this concept that we saw, from a YouTube video, but we wanted to bring it to the podcast. So we basically going to do a draft of the best breakfast foods.
Yes,
Yes. All right, so we're
breakfast.
gonna do a draft
Now
of
this is gonna be interesting because me and Denari don't eat breakfast that much, and
we
I
don't.
actually think breakfast food is the worst type of food. You can argue with me about it. I hate breakfast food, so this is gonna be really
If you
interesting.
listen to the last episode, the only thing you really know about me and breakfast is that I love raisin bran. But
Yeah,
yeah,
so this is gonna be easy. My list is gonna be the best, but let us know whose list is the best.
yeah, let
I
us know,
personally
please.
think, I personally think mine is gonna be the best. I'll even give Denari the first overall pick.
First overall pick,
I'll give
raisin
Denari the
bran.
first overall pick.
Number one, raisin bran. Number one, raisin bran. You put some bananas in there.
Okay, I'm gonna wipe this dude, bro. I'm gonna wipe this dude. This
Wait,
dude
so do
put
I
raisin.
continue or you go, or we
Nah,
like
it's
switch off?
back and forth. Yeah, so my first overall pick, give me waffles. Give me a good waffle. Just give me a good waffle.
It's trash, bro.
Trash.
It's
Okay.
trash. Number two, for me, I got French toast. French toast.
Mm. Okay, I actually hate French toast, and it's not even on my board. So you can gladly take French toast. Number two, my second overall pick. Give me. Mm, I feel like I can get that. Okay, give me a good bacon, lettuce, and cheese.
A what?
No, no, bacon, lettuce, tomato, BLT. Give me a nice bacon. Yeah, bacon, lettuce, and
That's
cheese.
not
Yeah, give me
that's
a nice
not
bacon
breakfast.
sandwich.
No, that's
Is that
not
breakfast?
breakfast.
All right. Give me home fries. Give me home fries.
All right.
Give
Yeah,
me a
okay.
nice home fry. Mm.
Okay. All right. I'm on three, right? Number three, just give me a nice, cool spinach omelet. I'll take that.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
saying
You're
go
gonna
for it.
go omelet.
You just said bacon, lettuce, and tomato for breakfast. That's
No.
not
Bacon, lettuce, and cheese. You would understand it because you're not broke. Anyway,
all right, all right.
give me some grits with cheese, salt, pepper, butter. Just give me some nice grits, some black people grits. Black people grits. I just gotta give if it's not black, you can take it back. All
Yeah.
right.
Oh nah, bro. Number four for me, I got toasted strudels.
Oh my god, none of this is on my board. Okay, to finish it off, I don't know if many people have had this before. I've never seen anyone talk about it. Give me corned beef hash. Give me corned beef hash.
Corned beef hash?
Have you never had it?
No.
Oh my god, bro! I've never heard anyone talk about. Okay, it's either corned beef hash or scrambled eggs. So you can pick whatever one, but I'm taking corned beef hash.
No, I just like what is it though?
Dude, if I'm being honest with you, I don't know, but it's
Why you-
so good. I don't eat beef anymore, so I haven't had it since I was a kid. But trust me, it's so good. It's just it's potatoes, onions, and beef. Bro, it's the most American breakfast ever, but
Number
it's so good.
number five. I'm not gonna lie. I put this on my list because, um, oh my gosh, just a nice, like bake. You ever had bake before?
Bake?
Like bake, like you put like uh crawfish, and you put
Oh
like,
my god.
you never had that,
Well, first of all, I'm allergic to seafood.
bro. It's
That sounds disgusting.
no, it's good, bro. I'm telling
Who
you.
wakes up in the morning and is like, "Yeah, I'm gonna eat some crawfish."
No, listen, bro. It's called fried bake. It's so good, bro. It's so good, man.
That is the
I'm telling you. I'm
nastiest.
telling you. I'm
Why
telling
would
you.
you draft that over eggs?
Listen, my grandmother used to make it like when I was little, bro. It is so good, bro.
You didn't draft bacon. You didn't draft pancakes. You
I
didn't
said
draft
bake,
sausages.
fried bake,
You
fried bake,
want crawfish.
fried bake. I'm pretty
Denari
sure.
wakes up in the morning. He walks downstairs. He's groggy. He's wiping his eyes. He's yawning. He's scratching his butt, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get some
No, it's not
crawfish,
crawfish. It's not crawfish. I'm tripping. It's saltfish and tomatoes. It's so good,
dude."
bro. I'm
Is that
telling you,
Southern?
bro. I'm telling.
That has to be Southern. That's the nastiest, dude.
No, bro. It's like a Trinidadian dish, bro. It's really good.
For
But
breakfast,
listen, yeah, you could have it,
you
bro.
start your morning off with hot ass breath,
It's not,
seafood ass breath.
bro. It's good though. It's good though, cause you
You
have it.
already,
You have it with like fruit or whatever. It's good. I enjoy
bro.
it.
I'm not
Trust
gonna
me.
lie.
Trust me.
I gotta see it, bro.
You
I
have
gotta
to,
see it.
bro. It's good, man. It's
I
really good.
so to recap the draft. You have number one. What was your number one?
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot.
No, it was Raisin Bran.
Raisin
So
bran,
number
yeah.
one was Raisin Bran. Then you
Raisin
had
bran,
French toast sticks. No, you had
French
French
toast,
toast. Then you had
I had
omelet.
omelet, toaster strudel,
To-
and then I had fried bake.
Dude, this is why your taste is bad in
You said
everything.
corned beef hash, and you don't even know what it looks like. And you said grits with cheese.
What?
Didn't you say grits with cheese?
Yeah. That's
That's
that's that's a
no,
foreign concept?
it's not
That's a
foreign.
foreign
It's
concept?
not foreign, bro. What is saying? Like, come on now.
What beats freshly hot grits with cheese,
I mean,
butter,
I'll take it. I could,
salt,
bro. I could take out.
pepper?
I could take out raisin bran. I'll put biscuits and gravy.
You're so black. Oh, okay. Let's move on. Dude, biscuits and gravy. Oh, breakfast biscuits are really good though. I'll
Oh
give you
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
I'll give
yeah,
you that.
yeah,
But gravy, bro, wakes up in the morning and is eating a hearty ass gravy, bro.
bro. Biscuits and gravy is good, bro. I don't
Biscuits is
even
really
have gravy
good.
with my biscuits. I just have biscuits. I just added the gravy part in there.
Yeah, breakfast biscuits are insane. They're
Yeah, all right.
overpowered. Yeah,
All
bro.
right. So moving on. So just over the past couple of weeks, I'm pretty sure like you just been hearing more and more about the Young Thug case, and recently Gunna came out. So really, Jamal, I just wanted to just get your thoughts on it. So how do you feel about the case so far, and just
Um, I don't know. I've really strong, and this is not gonna go over well with a lot of people. But I got strong opinions on celebrities doing crimes. So I think if a celebrity does a crime, that they should do the time no matter what like their status is. Like they're not above the law just because people like them and stuff. But I do think what they're how they're trying to indict him is I think it's speculative. Like I don't think it's concrete evidence. I think what they're doing is they're using his lyrics. They're using his song lyrics to try to convict him. And I
yeah,
think that just has a lot of flaws. I don't know. And
that's
people call Gunna a snitch. I mean, YSL being a gang is public information and it was already stated in public records. So he didn't say anything that they didn't know. So you really can't call him a snitch.
yeah.
And on God, most of those people that call him a snitch would take a plea deal too, because why would they not take a plea deal?
I feel that my thing basically with it is pretty much just like I feel like with them trying to use his song lyrics in court cases, or just the whole idea in general about it. I don't like it at all, because there's tons of rappers these days who will go on songs and rap about doing certain things, and you see them on a Genius interview, and they'll say, "Okay, I know I said it's in the song, but that I'm not about this." Like, prime example, Lil Tecca said in the song, he said something about keeping tools and everything like that, and he literally said, "I don't own a gun." I don't shoot people, I don't do any of that stuff. And most rappers, these days they also do, like they cap about their raps, pretty
They're just
much.
trying to fit in.
And they just try to fit into, what I guess, what their idea of it is. But, just using that song lyrics and stuff in court, I don't think is conducive because, you know, I mean, it doesn't really represent the person.
It's not concrete whatsoever.
It's not like
I mean,
the dude's making a music video where he's saying the stuff he's saying in the song, but in the video it's literally showing him doing the stuff he's
it's
saying.
evidence supporting his
Right.
claim.
Like, right. It's not like dude literally is like doing that. Like, he's not
I mean,
like,
he does play with sticks, but those aren't real. Those aren't real
right.
guns. I think everybody
Right.
knows
But
that.
yeah, but basically, yeah. But like, using that in some like court case and stuff like that, you know, I don't know. But at the same token, though, Jamal, like in the past, you have seen rappers literally telling themselves in songs,
Yeah, bro. Bro.
like they'll telling themselves in songs where like police or like people will just listen to them like, yeah, rewind that back. Oh yeah, we got him. He
Bro,
just
they
admitted to
post the
doing that.
stuff on social media. They'll
Right,
kill a person, go on Twitter and say, "I just killed a human. I just
right,
killed a person."
right. So
Like they really need people to know what they do.
right,
It's
so
crazy, bro.
yeah, so at the same token, it's kind of like it's I don't know. I don't really know how
But
to
with
say it.
Doug, yeah, it's like a 50-50 because you don't know if he's like that. Well, I mean, there's stuff out there, but I mean, for the cops, you don't know if what he's saying is real or if he's trying to fit in. So
Right,
like you need concrete evidence to indict someone.
right.
You can't just
You
go
can't
off of
just go off of
speculative.
song lyrics
No, you
because
absolutely cannot.
you're
So
right. 'Cause it
if
wouldn't add
Doug
up.
has a good lawyer, I'm not gonna say if he's gonna get out or not, but I would hope that he would find the holes. All you need is reasonable doubt to get off a case. A lot of people don't realize that. Like a person can do the crime, but if the jury or the evidence is messed up, tampered with, they will get off of reasonable doubt because all members of the jury concur and they have to come up with a verdict that they all agree with. If they cannot do that, then it's a no contest.
Yeah, you know way more about that than me, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, bro. I'm criminal law,
That's
you
what's
know.
up. That's what's up. But yeah, so that's just how I feel about it in general. I mean, hopefully, hopefully Thug gets out. I mean, he's one of my favorite rappers, but like, hopefully he gets out. I
Yeah,
mean,
Young Thug, he's weird because you could say like he's a mafia boss or like all the things that the stuff that he has against him, the racketeering charges, he's like this mob boss, but he's actually a really genuine
he's
dude.
a genuine person.
But like it's just weird, like
It's
because
it's it's really weird. Like the whole case is kind of weird
yeah,
too.
he'll shoot your mother and then bring his friend from nothing to a millionaire in the
I
same
don't know.
week.
I don't know. That's literally what like the I feel like that what you just said right there though. I feel like that's exactly what like I guess like the courts are trying to like
Yeah.
make him out to be like somebody who's capable of killing like your mom, but
He
also
does
doing stuff.
have stuff out there. I'm not gonna just speculate like what like stuff he's done and everything, like rat
Yeah,
on him, but like there's some crazy allegations about what Thug is behind it. Like, and obviously he hasn't done any of this stuff, but he's like a kingpin. Is what they're trying to say.
I don't know, bro.
The
I don't,
Rico. He's the head of the Rico. That's why all of his members are taking the plea because he's who they want to get behind bars. The same thing happened to 6ix9ine. If you, I don't know if you remember that case.
yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
6ix9ine and the Nine Trey Bloods. They got arrested for racketeering charges and shooting at Chief Keef, and tried to get 6ix9ine as like the kingpin of that.
yeah, I
So
remember that. I remember that.
yeah,
But
bro, that was crazy.
yeah, hopefully everything works out though for Jeffrey, for Young
Yeah.
Thug. Hopefully everything works out for him.
Say what
Um,
you want, but Young Thug and his YSL label is literally like homegrown success. Like Young
yeah,
Thug
yeah,
took his boys from nothing and they're
exactly.
all millionaires. And he's like said on multiple podcasts that he wants like he needs his people. Like he paid Lil Baby to stay out the hood. Like he's that type of dude.
That's how
So
much he believed in him though, because
yeah. He's
that's
like I don't know. He's such an interesting person.
the only dude I know, man, who young, yeah, that
He'll
dude
get
should
you killed, but he'll make sure your brother's all right at the same
for
time.
real, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
that's crazy, man. I,
I
I
love
do
you,
hope
Thugger.
that everything gets settled.
Yeah, same here. So, yeah, so up next we're gonna talk about Lori Mark. We're gonna talk about the Lori marketing thing. You gonna talk about, get my little 2 cents on what I've been seeing from my man Lloyd Marketing, this season in the NBA.
Moving on to the sports section.
Moving on to the sports section. This season we've seen, and the association here in the NBA, we have seen,
A
I have seen,
lot.
we have seen a lot of players just go off on tears. But one particular player, a player who I believed in the most, Laurie Marketing, man. Let me explain. Let me explain. Y'all don't understand because I've been a Laurie Marketing believer since this man has been on the Bulls, and people were saying, "Oh, Marketing was nice in college, but he ain't gonna do this. He ain't gonna do that." I said, "You put him in the right situation, watch him go off."
Dude, so
This,
many players have been so surprising this year. Bol, Porzingis, uh,
yeah, Porzingis has been nice. Porzingis,
Markkinen, Kuzma, um,
bro,
D'Anthony Melton.
Melton has been amazing. Anthony Simons,
Well, Simons we kind of knew was him. Simons hit 14 out of 14 threes last. Like we knew he was good.
Pools continue to do his thing. I don't know though, but he's streaky though.
Jordan Poole is very streaky,
He's
bro.
very streaky.
He hasn't developed he doesn't have a mature game.
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
Jordan Poole will give you 0 for 20, 6 points, 20,000 turnovers, and then the next game he'll give you 55.
That's what I'm saying. Pool's capable. Pool is the only dude I know that can go from dropping a 41-9 game, and then having turning around the next game and having like 6 points.
In 12 turn, like
And
he's so his game is immature. He plays too
I,
fast,
yeah,
and but I Jordan Poole is so he plays fast and he shoots a lot of dumb shots. He's a
I agree
volume
with that
shooter.
too.
Like
I agree
he's
with
a
that too.
vibe player. He's like I don't know how to describe it, but he's like a player that's like if it feels right, he'll take the shot no matter what. If he feels like it, he'll take the shot. He plays very fast. He's like a young Westbrook with
Like little, I feel like with less control. I'm not gonna lie,
yeah,
with
he
less
he is
control.
really he plays young. He's really young and he plays
I
like it.
mean, it really for Poole. I feel like at the end of the day, it's really just gonna take a lot more development. Remember, he's on. This is his last year was like his
Third?
first. Last year was
This is
his.
his third year, right?
Yeah, it's his third year, I believe.
Because remember he had 1 year with the Dreads,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then the last year was his breakout year, and then he got signed to an extension.
He did get signed to an extension. Yeah, yeah. I don't know about that too, because I mean, yeah, he performed on the finals, but do you think it's kind of early for an extension?
Did he even finish his rookie deal?
I think I don't know because he came in
How
20.
many? How long are rookie deals in the NBA? 3 years or 4 years?
I can
Three
check
years,
right
right?
now.
Or two? Yeah, because I know Poole was drafted. Okay, so Poole, who was drafted first, Poole or Wiseman?
Think they're in the no. Poole was drafted first.
Because Wiseman was
Yeah,
drafted with
rookie skill
Lamelo.
contracts are guaranteed for the first 2 years with team options
Okay,
on the
two
third and
years.
fourth.
Okay, so 2 years, so they re-signed him after the second year. Okay, no, that's. I think Jordan Poole. I don't think by any means do you let Jordan Poole walk,
Oh no,
and I don't think they overpaid him. I think Jordan Poole is a max. The thing is, it's weird because you don't have to be a max player talent to be a max player. And let me like because they gave Duncan Robinson a max almost.
they gave Ben Simmons a max.
Yeah, like
That's
they will give you a max based on what they think you will become, not what
and
you
not
how you
even
play.
that. It in some cases they could literally give you a max just based off of whether you think your team has like a big three or not.
Yeah, they'll give you a max because they don't want you to go.
I'm pretty sure they gave Tobias Harris a max, or they gave him like an extension. They
They gave
gave
him a
Sim
fat extension.
they gave him a fat one in 2020, and they gave Ben Simmons one as well to stay
Yeah.
with Embiid and Tobias and everything like that. We
To be
all
real,
know how
there's
that
only
went.
about 12 max player talents, but anyone can get a max. If you're young, you can get a max contract.
My
If
question,
they don't want you to leave,
I
you can
feel
get a
like,
max contract.
I feel like, do you think like any players right now who doesn't have a max? Do you have any players right now who you think who like when they talk about max contracts coming up and everything like that? Do you like have any players right now, Jamal, where you send this player should get a max contract.
Anthony Edwards.
Edwards
Anthony Edwards.
over
He is
Cat.
a.
Does Cat already have one?
I think Cat's on a supermax because he
Cat's
was
on the
drafted.
supermax. All right.
Because he was drafted by the Timberwolves. So Cat, I think he should be on a supermax. He's a max player. But like, are we talking about who deserves a max based on their situation or based on their talent?
I feel like both. I feel like both.
Because situation, you could say, oh, this player needs a max, but only be like DeAndre Ayton, he could get a max
I don't
because
think DeAndre wants to have a
he,
max. I think he want to go.
yeah, I'm not gonna
The
lie.
Suns are 20 and 21 right now.
I don't
Like,
know. I mean, no Devin Booker for the last couple weeks, but that is so sad
it really
what
is.
happened
But
to
I
them.
feel like it also comes down to at the end of the day, just their team. Because when you look at the team that they went to the finals with, and then you look at the team now, it's just no more pieces
Both
to
of
it.
those teams are not that good. The Suns just had they had really good shooters.
They had. I'm not gonna lie. Some of that came with luck too. Because
What do you mean?
remember, remember that year that they went to the finals.
Yes.
The Lakers were banged up because AD was hurt.
Yep. I mean, AD's always hurt, but yeah. And
That's
then oh yeah, no Kawhi.
no Kawhi. Kawhi was hurt too, and it was just
Yeah.
PG. And who they play second round?
Was it Dallas?
I think it was Utah. I think it was Utah. I don't remember. No, I think it was Dallas. I think it was Dallas.
Because remember, Utah played the Clippers. Because that's when
They
PG. That's
did.
when
They did.
playoff.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
So it was
Because
Dallas. It was Dallas. But yeah, I
it was
feel
either
like.
that or no. You know what it was? It was Denver. Because remember, Suns in four. Suns in four.
Oh yeah, it was.
That was Denver. They swept Denver. Remember?
They did sweep Denver. I remember that.
Yes.
But
That was
I mean, I feel like that playoff run.
no Jamal Murray.
Yeah, and it literally was just Jokic. It literally
It was
was
just
just
Jokic. Yeah.
Jokic and
No
Will Barton.
MPJ either. I think Michael Porter Jr. had that back injury.
So it was literally just Will
No.
Barton and Jokic.
When did Michael Porter Jr. have that back injury? Because I remember he missed the whole season with a back injury and he played like terrible after he just got extended. I think Michael Porter Jr. got a max and then he played terrible and he had a back injury and then he missed the season. So I think it was just Denver with only Jokic. And remember, Jokic got ejected that one game.
Yeah, it. I
So
mean, the
yeah,
series. I feel like this. Like I said just now, I feel like that series had a lot to do with luck. I
yeah, it
mean,
was luck.
they.
But I mean, you need a little bit of luck to win a
You
championship.
do. You do. You do.
I mean,
You
Giannis
need.
with the Kevin Durant three, when his foot was on the line,
Yeah.
that's
Oh
that's
my gosh,
that's
man.
complete luck.
Yeah,
The
because
Nets would have won the championship if Kevin Durant wasn't so
speaking of the
long.
Nets, it pains me to say this, but I feel like we already have our Eastern Conference champs
I
in
know, right?
in Brooklyn. I
Wait, I
mean,
mean, Kevin Durant did get hurt, but it's not that bad. It's only
KD got
Achilles.
hurt, but he's out. He probably gonna be out for like 2, maybe 3, 4 weeks. But the way the Nets are playing, man, like you're looking at the team now, and you're like, and you think back to those 2 years that they had prior to this year, where they lost to Milwaukee in the second round,
Yeah,
and
they
they
got
lost,
embarrassed by Boston last year.
and they got swept by Boston. And you really sit down and just think about it, and you're like, they should have been doing this for the past 3 years. If we're being completely honest, the Nets should have at least one title by now.
They should.
They
James
should
Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie played probably under 20 games as a
they should have
collective.
at least had one championship.
Yeah, man.
But injuries happen. You know,
Kevin Durant had that pretty. He had that leg injury.
yeah, KD had the leg injury. I mean,
Kyrie,
Steve Nash happened. So I
yeah,
mean,
Kyrie had that ankle injury in the playoffs in Boston. Do you
but
remember?
yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that. But like, really, I feel like it just at the end of the day, it just comes down to whether they can continue this going into the playoffs. Because the biggest thing that's gonna like hurt them at this point is if they get to the playoffs and they see Cleveland or they see Philly in the first round and they can't perform. All eyes are gonna. There's not more. I feel like there's more pressure on Brooklyn to take care of it this year than any other team in the East right now.
I don't know. There's a lot of pressure on Philly.
Really,
I personally, because Philly has always been that team that should be there. We should have beat the Hawks that one year.
you don't even have to, bro. Oh my
We
gosh,
should have beat the Hawks that one year. And who did we play last year?
we played.
That was the Hawks last year, right?
No, we played Miami second round last year, and I was saying this too
Are you
because
sure?
remember, Embiid got hurt. Embiid
Embiid
got
had
hurt.
that. He had the face injury,
He
right?
had the face injury last year, and I was saying after we tied that series up, all we had to do because Danny Green like tore his ACL or something in Game 6. If Green didn't get hurt and B was healthy, I feel like that series could have went 7. I feel like we could have knocked
Embiid
off Miami.
always gets hurt in the playoffs.
That's an-
That's the thing with Philly. Is Embiid
and
people
Harden wasn't 100% last year in the playoffs too.
hamstring, remember?
Yeah.
It was that
So I
hamstring. He looked so bad with the hamstring injury. You could tell he was hurt.
so I
He was
do
so
agree.
slow.
I do agree with you where you say pressure's on Philadelphia a little bit
Pressure's on Philly.
because you got to think too. Embiid's this is like I don't know how many more years we're going to see Embiid not only in a Philly uniform but just capable of dropping 40 points.
He's 29, isn't he?
He's
28?
hold on, bro. There's no way he's 29 already, bro. Hold on.
Remember he missed 2 years of his rookie of his
Oh my,
for his
there's
injury,
no
so we
way
don't
he's 28, bro.
yeah, and when's his birthday?
Let's see. March 16th.
Yeah, so he's basically 29. He'll be 29 in the playoffs. So,
Embiid's 28. Giannis is 28.
whoa,
Jokic is
Giannis
20.
is 28?
Yeah, Jokic is
Dang.
27.
Yeah, Jokic is 27 because they were drafted in the same year. Embiid
So,
and Jokic.
like when you looking at primes and stuff like that, not only
This is
primes,
now. Yeah.
bro. Embiid, if the Sixers don't at least get pieces together to like literally compete for a championship run in the next couple of years, I mean, I just feel like Embiid's gonna want out.
Embiid needs a championship.
He needs one, man. If he
And
can't
he
get them,
he
if he
loves
can't,
Philly though.
that's the thing. But I'm not gonna lie. If I've been giving a team or a city everything I got for as long as I've been playing in the league, and we have no titles, no conference final
Bro,
appearances.
yeah. We have nothing to show for
You have
all this
nothing to show
team.
for that. All you got
Embiid
is
has he never made it or no, he did make the
no.
conference finals. We had the Raptors.
That wasn't the conference
That
finals. That
was
was
the
the
conference
second
finals.
round.
Oh, because they played the Bucks
They
after.
played the
Yep, and they
Bucks.
beat the Bucks in 6. Yeah.
The
Wow.
only thing Embiid can really say that he's done for Philly,
Runner
besides
up
this,
MVP.
no, not even just that, just scoring titles and runner up MVP, is the fact that bro, he ended the drought when they remember
Yeah.
back, when they weren't making the playoffs, and then
The process.
2018, like they made the playoffs and everything as the three
Yep.
seed.
Yep.
That's the only thing he could really say about what they
We were the 1 seed
we were the one seed the
two
year that
years
we lost
ago.
to the Hawks in the playoffs.
We were the 1 seed because I remember we destroyed Westbrook in the first round, and Westbrook got hurt. And then remember we threw the popcorn at Westbrook.
That's what I'm
Something.
saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
And then
we blew an 18-point lead, and then we blew a 20-something point lead.
we've blown a lot of leads with Doc Rivers. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is. I don't want to blame Doc Rivers because he doesn't play every position. He's just a coach.
Do you think that Doc Rivers should be fired? Because I've been hearing a lot of Sixers fans just been
Listen,
like, Doc
if
needs
you're
to
not
go.
what people understand is if you're not the best coach in the league, people want you fired. I don't think Doc Rivers should lose his job because we could do worse than Doc Rivers. We could easily do worse than Doc Rivers. And don't get me wrong, we could do better than Doc Rivers, but we can do worse. And I'm a Sixers fan. I bleed blue. Like so, there's gonna be some bias, but think of it from a logical standpoint. Firing a head coach in the middle of a season in which we've been playing amazing this last couple months.
You know what I'm saying?
Firing
Like,
a head coach right now does not make sense.
not only that, I just feel like, what Doc's been able to do with the Sixers, I mean, it's it's not bad. I mean,
Yeah,
granted,
we made the playoffs every year with him.
yeah, we've made the playoffs every year, and he did give us that one seed. But like,
Yep.
I mean, you look at us in the standings right now. We're 24-15. The Cavs are ahead of us with a 26-15 record. The Bucks, we're literally separated by the 2 seed by 3 games.
Wow. We've turned it around. Remember when we were 500?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I
Remember when
remember.
Max was complaining because we were 500? I was like, bro, the Sixers do this every year. We're gonna
Yeah,
start winning games around
most
All-Star
stuff. I mean,
break.
Boston. Then you take that with Boston last year. Boston at the beginning of the year. I remember I read off Boston at the beginning of the
Yeah,
year,
Boston played so
and
bad in the beginning of the year.
they finished like second, or I believe it was like second or first in the East. I don't even remember.
I don't know if Boston was the first seed. Who did they play first round in the playoffs? Do you
They
remember?
played
Was
Brooklyn
it
last year,
Brooklyn?
first round.
I don't remember what seed Brooklyn was. So yeah, Boston. Remember Jalen Brown tweeted like the energy's about to shift, and then they
Mm-hmm.
they won like every single game in
And
the world
they
after
went
that.
off, and then they went on the finals run. So
Boston will always be good with Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum because they both give it their all on both sides of the floor. I
that's what
think that's a very sought after thing for a superstar is that to give it their all on defense. You don't have to be the best defender, but if you can stay in front of stay in front of your man, and Jason Tatum, he's got that long wingspan. I think he's the best off-ball defender in the league.
I also feel like that pairing of Tatum and Brown, they're going to get a
Yeah.
championship. I
Yes,
don't know when it's
100%.
I don't
I
know
think.
when it's going to happen. I don't know how many years it's going to take. But Tatum and Brown, I'm pretty sure, are younger than Embiid. They got, I'm
Oh
pretty sure,
yeah,
like 26.
I think Tatum is 24. Jalen Brown's probably 25.
Tatum is 24. My gosh.
Yeah, because he joined the league at our age, like
Ta-
19. So
Tatum is 24.
he's
So,
Tatum. How old is Jalen Brown? Like
let me
25,
check.
right? Because he was drafted with wasn't he drafted in the same draft of like Donovan Mitchell or Ben Simmons?
Let me see. Jalen Brown.
So him and Ben Simmons are probably the same age.
Yeah. He has to be like 25.
Yeah,
He is 26. He is 26.
he probably just turned 26.
He turned 26 on October 24th. So, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so he just turned 26 like not too long ago. So
So, man, Boston's gonna be able to
yeah,
compete.
I think Grant Williams and Marcus Smart are the best role players in the league right now. I think they're so good at what they. Grant Williams is a sniper, and Marcus Smart just won Defensive Player of the Year.
I totally
And then
forgot Marcus Smart was Defensive Player of the Year.
yeah, yeah, I don't know. That's isn't that crazy? A point guard
It
winning
really
Defensive
is.
Player of the
It
Year.
really is. The last one I remember doing that was like Gary Payton.
Gary Payton, yeah. I
Gary
think they
Payton.
might be the only guards to win Defensive Player of the Year. I know Jordan, I think won Defensive Player of the Year,
That's what I'm saying.
but he's not a point guard. He's so
Yeah. I
I
mean, just back to the whole thing about because I don't even think I remember like finish saying what I was saying about Lloyd marketing. Because I feel like we were
oh
talking about
yeah.
so many other role players. But
Yeah.
just no, but it's all good though. But what I was saying with Lloyd marketing is that I'm so happy that people are really starting to notice my man as a hooper.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching him at Arizona, and he was nice. And just him getting into league and going, I feel like the Jazz is going to become his team. The Jazz is going to become his team.
Wouldn't that be
And
crazy?
at this point, bro, no. And the Jazz are playing good. They're playing a lot better than a lot of people thought they were going to play this year too.
Oh yeah, bro. Max had the Jazz winning like 10 games,
The Jazz,
and that's no hate to Max. Everyone thought that.
oh,
No hate to
Jazz are,
Max at all.
gosh, man. Well, the
Yeah,
Jazz are literally separated from the AFC by like one game.
they're a playing team. Now they were the 1 seed at one point. They did fall off a little bit,
They fell
but
off
with
a
Jordan
lot. They
Clarkson
went
trying to
from 1 to
fight
12.
everybody,
They went from 1 to 12. Oh my
wow,
gosh! But
that's
another
horrible.
another team that's turning it around too is Sacramento. I
Like a
don't think
beam.
I don't think anybody expected Sacramento to be playing as well as they've
They
been playing this
didn't, but
year.
Sabonis has been so good,
I remember when they had the whole trade last year when they traded for
bro.
Sabonis last year.
Yeah,
People
when they traded Tyrese, everyone was so mad.
people were like, "Yo, what y'all doing?" They're like, "Let us cook." And they
Bro,
got a
that
fifth
was
seed.
such a bad trade. Think about it. Go take your brain to a year ago, right?
It really
Domantas
was a bad
Sabonis
trade.
is a fringe all-star. You're going to trade Tyrese Halliburton for Sabonis. That sounds like such a bad deal, but
But
that's a win-win trade.
it now when you're looking at it, you're like, it's both. It helped both teams because
Yeah,
Halliburton's just been playing amazing ball this year.
he has his own team basically.
Time
I
out.
love that the Kings did that.
Wait. Time out. Pacers are a 6 seed.
Pacers are a good team.
Pacers are a 6 seed.
The Pacers took the Sixers to overtime. They're a good team, man. They are
Oh
a good
yeah, that
team.
trade was definitely a win-win. That's one of the best trades. Yeah,
I
that's a
know, right?
win-win. Cause
Bro,
now,
it allows Tyrese Halliburton to flourish, and he doesn't have to play under De'Aaron Fox. And it also brings in a very good and consistent big, gets great boards, can stretch the floor for De'Aaron. It's a bro. That's probably one of the definition of a textbook win-win trade.
it really is, man. Cause you look at the East and you just look at how the West is. The one thing I'm really happy about with the West, you just see the emergence of teams that for like the past decade, like they weren't really doing much. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
Like
teams that were kind of in
like
mediocrity are
like
starting to make
mediocrity. I mean,
playoffs.
all the
Yeah,
teams except for like the Spurs and the Rockets, of course. Because even with Oklahoma City could still make a run for the playoffs. I feel like
Oklahoma. I'm so sad. Chet is out for the year.
because one thing that I noticed too, Oklahoma, they already got an all-star in Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's an
That's
all star.
that's an all-star. And then you got players like Emo Scala who's been doing this thing, Pokushevsky, and then you got
You got
Jay
Giddy.
Giddy, you got Jalen Williams, J Dub. He's nice too. And he's only gonna get more run as the season progresses. And then you look at the Blazers, they got Shaden Sharp, Dame.
Yeah, I'm glad that the Blazers are. I don't know. The Blazers are always going to be a team that just are going to be in the playoffs but not winning. I feel like that's the worst position for a team to be in.
And honestly, bro, I'm not gonna lie. With the Lakers, bro, I just don't see them. I don't see them
Lakers are
coming.
rolling. They're rolling right now.
I mean,
But
they on a 5 game win streak, but they haven't. I mean, I just don't. I don't think they're gonna. If they make the playoffs, they lose in the play-in.
yeah, man,
I
it's
just don't see them making a run, or let alone competing with the roster they got right now. Like even LeBron said a couple of days ago, he was like, y'all know what the y'all know what should be happening right now. Like, I don't have to say anything. Like they should be making moves right now.
bro. Yeah, bro. That roster that won against the Heat in the bubble it was not good either.
It
That
really.
roster was not good. I look at that roster. I'm like, wow, this team won a championship.
And as we're saying this, they're losing by 10 to the Nuggets. So yeah. So I
No
mean,
LeBron though. No LeBron today. No
LeBron's
LeBron.
not
No
playing.
AD.
But like, yeah, we can look at this roster though. With Reeves and you know,
Reeves is good, but he thinks he's better than what he really is.
I just feel like just the team in general, man. Like Westbrook, Sterling Brown, AD, Walker, like this.
Thomas
This is
Bryant hasn't been bad.
Thomas
Thomas Bryant's
Bryant.
been good.
That's a solid role player. Thomas
Yeah.
Bryant's been doing. I'm not surprised though, because Bryant's been doing that since he's been at Washington. Like I remember Thomas Bryant at Washington. He was nice, but
Yeah, me too.
I'm not gonna lie.
With Wall, John Wall.
Pat 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 Bev, Damian Jones, Pat Bev got to go.
Pat Bev got tossed around this year. I remember he got traded to the Grizzlies, then he got traded to the Timberwolves, then he got traded to the Jazz, then he got traded to the Lakers.
Kendrick Nunn got to go. Kendrick Nunn had that one good season, man, and man, no, but Pat
He
Bev most
tricked us.
definitely,
We weren't familiar with this game.
bro. We were not, bro. Bro. Kendrick Nunn was like, I'm pretty sure he was like rookie of the year or something, wasn't he? Or like he was like a candidate for it.
I don't know.
I gotta
I don't know.
check.
I don't know much about Kendrick Nunn. I'll be honest.
Yeah, yeah,
I know
but
he was drafted really high. I'm pretty sure Kendrick Nunn went like pretty high. I don't know. You'd have to look. You'd have to double check that. But
all I know, bro, is just he was.
well, he was rookie of the year.
Yeah. No,
Wow.
he was all rookie first team.
When
Eh,
was he drafted? What number was he drafted?
He I don't know, but he said that he finished second in the rookie of the year voting behind Zion.
Wait, Kendrick Nunn is that young?
Let me see.
Kendrick
Kendrick,
Nunn was drafted in 2019.
I think he was drafted. When he get drafted? No, he got drafted in 2018. My bad.
Wow, he's young. I did not expect that from him.
I didn't expect him to be drafted that young either.
But
But
yeah, it's just going back to the Laurie marketing thing. As sports fans, we all have that one player who we just believe in that hasn't had their full potential. Like maybe there's confident issues, just roster issues,
that's what I'm
coaching
saying,
issues. And with you, it's Laurie. I'll admit, for me, I have a couple players. I have Lonzo Ball. I've always been a fan of Lonzo Ball.
bro. Just give me five. Give me five, and I'll give you four more.
Okay, so Lonzo Ball. I've Cam Reddish.
Yeah, I like that
Um,
one.
Tua. I think Tua is a really good quarterback. Um, I still believe in Zach Wilson. Give me all the hate you want, but and Trevor Lawrence was my one last year.
All right, all right. So obviously, I got Lloyd Marketing. That's my number one.
Yep.
Number two, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, man. I can't even. I'll say Ezekiel Elliott.
Wow, he's like 75. He's done, bro. Zeke is done.
Nah, I say Zeke, man, because I still feel like he could. I don't know what
He's
it
old
is.
and he's fat and his legs are so
Not even
wide that he
old,
can run 2 miles an hour.
bro. They're not even that old. He's been in the league for like what, 5 years?
That's old for a running back. Running backs' peaks are not that long. A running back can only be good for three. I mean, look at Todd Gurley, bro.
Oh my gosh, man!
Running backs are only good for a couple of years and then they fall off.
Didn't
So
Gurley
5 years
retire
is
too?
yeah. Gurley can't even get signed. He can't get signed to a team, so he had to retire.
Wow. So all right, so I got him at number two. Three, John Wall. I just feel like either the Clippers
Mid.
just I feel like the Clippers should either start him or just give him more of an active role. I'm not gonna lie, because
Okay.
we that's just my opinion. Number three, I got him. Four, I'm not gonna lie, Bradley Beal. I just
Wow. Okay, so you're just naming players you like. Okay.
no, bro. I'm
Actually, you're
naming
just naming all stars at this point.
no. I'm naming
I
players.
still believe in Steph Curry. Like,
Listen, bro.
okay.
Listen. Bradley Beal, like he's been good. Don't get me wrong, he's been good. But I feel like, bro, like he could be like on another team, man. Like you get what I'm saying? Like Beal's been.
Yes, but listen, Bradley Beal's ceiling has been hit. He cannot be a number one on any team. Listen, think about that. You want him on another team. Name a team that you think Bradley Beal will be a good fit on, and I promise you he's a second option.
All right. Yeah, you got me with the second option thing, but if you plug Bradley Bill, if you plug Bradley Bill on, let's just say you plug Bradley Bill on, hypothetically here, you plug Bradley Bill on the Nuggets get another shooter, or you plug Bradley Bill on the Cavs or
They
you
could use
plug.
a wing. They could use a wing player. They got too
Um,
many guards. But that team's defense would be so bad. Donovan Mitchell, Darius
it would.
Garland, Bradley Beal. Bro, I'm getting 70 on them.
Bro, you can't. No, you're not giving 70 on anybody, bro. You can't even get like 10 on me.
Okay,
That's another
listen.
conversation.
I knew he was gonna do that, bro.
Number four. Um, no, I'm at number four, right? Number four.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I mean, I don't, I don't know. I'm gonna have to say Dak.
Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. Because I
Number
was gonna
four.
put Dak on there. I
I'm
was
gonna
gonna.
say Dak, and then number five. I'm gonna say um player I still believe in, but needs it. I don't know, man. I feel like I don't know. You know what? Why not? Derek Carr, man. Derek Carr.
Okay, Derek Carr. I mean, I think every single player that you just named is an all-star player. But okay, um, if you want to do that, you can throw Paul George in my list because Paul George gets so much hate for not being able to play in the playoffs. But I think he can. Anyway,
Derek Carr got benched for Jarrett Stidham.
Stidham is good, but Derek Carr. I don't like the way the Raiders handled that. They pretty much just benched him and then sent him home. I think that's very, very detrimental to a player's confidence, which
All
is
right.
exactly why I still have Zach Wilson in my list because I think on a perfect situation, Zach Wilson can redeem his career. We've seen it with Jared Goff. Jared Goff is probably in the same exact situation that Zach Wilson was in. Well, number one overall pick, Zach Wilson was the number two. Played bad for their team, got traded to a team where he was not on the spotlight, where eyes weren't on him, and he's having a top 10 season.
But you got to remember too, Jamal. Jared Goff took the last team that he before he got traded to the Super Bowl.
The defense took him to the Super Bowl. Jared Goff didn't do anything. Jared Goff put up 13 points against in that Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Jared Goff,
you right. You right.
but the thing is, Jared Goff is was way better than Zach Wilson when he played.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I just
That's,
think Zach Wilson is. I don't think he's a good quarterback, but I think he can be so much better than what he is because his confidence is in the way. I mean, look at Zach Wilson's throws ever since he got benched for Mike White. He's only been either throwing checkdowns or he's trying to throw real deep passes and double coverage. I mean, Zach
put
Wilson on a good team, like put him on a team where eyes aren't on him, and I think he can have a quietly good year.
put this into perspective too. The Jets were on pace to make the playoffs this year,
Yes,
and they were flying they were flying so
seven and
high.
three.
They were 7-3 at one point. They were 7-3.
They were 7 and 3 at one
Oh
point.
my,
Yes,
that's even worse. They were on pace to make the playoffs, and they went on that. I think it was like a 3-game losing streak or a 4-game. but they had like a quarterback, just going back and forth between quarterbacks, between
Yeah,
Mike
Chris
White,
Streveler, Mike White, and then Zach
Flacco.
Wilson.
Yeah, so just I felt like not only it was just probably like anger and everything like that, but if I'm a coach and I'm just seeing the inconsistency with my number two overall pick, and I'm seeing a backup who's doing more, and the stuff that
Uh,
it's a
I don't
tough
know.
situation. I mean, hopefully he's able to bounce back, but
I
the
hope so, because mentally, imagine what that would do for you if the team is pulling up with Mike White shirts. First of all, Mike White is not good. He's not a good quarterback. Zach Wilson is objectively better than Mike White, in my eyes. I think
he
Mike White is so overrated, and he's not a good quarterback.
he's like literally a system, like a
He
system
he's
backup.
Jordan Poole. He'll go out for
Whoa,
400 yards and 3 touchdowns, and then he'll throw 4 picks in the next game.
whoa, whoa, whoa. I was
Is
with
that
you.
too much of a
Yeah,
compliment to Mike White?
I don't know because I was with you before you said the Jordan Poole thing. Because I mean, Poole is streaky, but he's still nice though.
Yeah, he is nice. Okay, he's streaky like Jordan Poole. Let's say
Okay,
that.
yeah, that's fair.
And you
That's fair.
don't want a streaky quarterback as your number
You
one for a
can't you
playoff team.
can't
You do not want that.
you can't have a streaky quarterback. But I feel like that's
Jameis
where
Winston, the
sadly but
definition
true.
of a streaky quarterback.
Sad but true. Yeah, but I feel like
Yeah,
even
he's the Saints quarterback.
yeah, but even with Jameis, I feel like he didn't get enough time to pretty much show what he was capable of this season because they went
Yeah,
with
he got
Dalton.
hurt, and then they went with Dalton, two washed former number one quarterback. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
The
and
Saints have two washed quarterbacks in their on their depth chart.
yeah, you don't gotta remind me. I'm just happy the season's. You don't gotta remind me. We lost to Sam Darnold yesterday. He only threw 43
Bro,
yards. He
he
threw
threw
40.
43 yards and put up
He
10
went.
points, and y'all
He went
lost.
five
Hey,
for
Chris
15.
Olave is so good.
I know.
So you got that. Rashid Shaheed, I love Rashid Shaheed.
We went. He went 5 for 15 yesterday with 43 yards and two picks, and we still somehow found a way to
Wow,
lose.
2 picks. Saints defense is so good. Saints always have it. I feel
Our
like the Saints
Saints,
always have a good
our
defense.
defense was carrying us the whole season.
I know it. I mean, for the Eagles to only put up 13 points on that defense, and then the Panthers, who have the, I think the Panthers have the best running game in the league,
You know
and
what's
they only
great?
put up 10.
It's
So
even more wild when you realize if only the Panthers played this sort of game last week against Tampa, yesterday they would have been like clinched the playoff berth. So
yeah,
you really put it in perspective like that. But no, I do agree with what you're saying about Mike White, and but that's what I feel like with Derek Carr too. Just like
I think Derek Carr is so. I think he got disrespected getting benched like that. I
yeah,
think because the Raiders were already eliminated from the playoffs. Like they weren't statistically eliminated, but they weren't going to make it. So why not just rock with Derek Carr? Keep his confidence up. Keep him invested in the team. Now Derek Carr is probably not going to want to play for the Raiders anymore. And why bench Derek Carr when Devontae Adams came to the team
right,
because of Derek Carr? So
and
now you're
then
showing like I don't like that. I don't
right,
like that. I think
I
that's
don't
really
either.
bad.
And then as I'm just going down the list with Dak, I feel like it's just a confidence thing. I mean, Dak
Yeah,
came into the league, nobody really expected anything of him because they had Romo, and Dak
Dak was
Dak was able
so
to come
good.
in rookie year, amazing.
He broke records. I
He
think he
broke.
has like the most passing yards
Mm-hmm.
for a rookie or something like that.
He
And
broke.
I think since Dak's been in the league, he's put up the most points per game in an offense, more than Josh Allen, more than Patrick Mahomes.
Like Dak's not a bad. Like he's not a bad quarterback. He.
Not at all.
I feel like sometimes though he forces it, especially like passes and stuff. Like
He
he'll make
has,
uncharacteristic
yeah.
plays, like
He'll
uncharacteristic.
do good, and then he'll just throw. He'll just I don't know. He'll stare a receiver down and loft the ball.
Like the
That's one thing he does.
you put
He
like
stares the
if
receivers.
Dak wasn't playing, like I saw something yesterday when they were like, oh, they should have had Cooper Rush playing instead of Dak this season. If Cooper Rush was playing like for the rest of the season, the Cowboys would not be 13-4. They would have most
Mm-mm.
definitely lost more than 4 games this year.
They would have got blown out by the Eagles.
They would have gotten smoked by Philadelphia. Like Cooper Rush is a good backup, but
He
people
is.
saying that he's better than Dak is
People
you
are
got
saying that because of recency bias. I think when Dak had that pick six again, oh my God, Georgia just won 65-7.
they won
Bro, did you
65
get
to
that
7.
notification? Did you get that notification, bro?
65 to
In the
7.
national championship.
Nah.
They put up 65 points. I have to watch the highlights. I have
Oh,
to. I don't watch
nah.
college football, but I have to watch those highlights,
Watch
bro.
him after the episode, bro.
That's his first thing I'm gonna do. But
Oh my
yeah, I think
gosh. Well,
we
congrats,
can
Georgia.
congrats to Georgia. I think we can wrap it up here. And that about wraps it up for this week's episode. I would like to thank everyone for listening. And just a heads up, this is a 2-part series. So the part 2 of this episode will be out later this week. And it will be a sports episode. I just do want to give a reminder and a heads up that this will be a sports episode. But don't worry, we're not only a sports podcast. We'll be back to our usual next week. But thank you for tuning in. Check us out on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.